Welcome back to Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. My name is Josh. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick.
Hello.
And we got a guest on today. It's been a while.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, meow. My name is Carla. my name is Carla.
Welcome on the cast.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I am Josh's girlfriend.
Yeah, you are.
And last time I was on here, I wasn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. So, but Carla's on now.
Yes,
She's wearing a cat hat. Nick, we're talking Guardians,
Yes, we are.
Volume 3.
I'm super excited to talk about this, dude. Before y'all came, I was watching Volume 2.
Pause.
And chill. Before y'all came over to film this, I was watching Volume 2, and already I was kind of picking up like little breadcrumbs of the characters and like how it played out in Volume 3, and I'm like kind of appreciating it more.
Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, Volume 3 came out. It came out on the 4th, right? We saw it.
We saw it on the
night.
4th opening night. Yeah.
Thursday, right?
Thursday. We saw it at 10 p.m.
Dude, yeah.
So actually, it was a week ago today that we saw it.
Yeah, about a
yeah.
week ago.
It's been a week that we're recording this.
True.
Let it cook.
Let it cook.
What does Jaden say? I'm still
Let-
chewing.
Oh my
Does he
God.
say
He says let me chew or something
Let me,
like that.
what the hell? Let me chew.
I guess it's let me think.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
What was I gonna say? But no, yeah, it's been out. I guess a week then. Nick and I, we both seen it twice now, right?
Yeah.
Carla, oh, you
As
seen it?
have I. I was
yeah.
there. Hello.
Yeah, Carla saw it twice too. So we got a good idea of this movie. I think we got a good understanding of it.
It's probably the most prepared we've been. You know, we got a
Probably.
guest. We've both seen it twice.
That's true. Everyone's seen it
Right?
2 times. Do you want to do no spoilers for a little bit?
Yeah, we'll do like a
Since it
5 or
just
10
came
no
out.
spoiler review.
Okay, so yeah, I'll look down in the description below. There'll be a timestamp for non-spoilers and then for spoilers. So if you want to go in not knowing absolutely nothing, don't even listen to the non-spoilers because Nick might slip up. You never know. But we're gonna do non-spoilers first. I don't know. What you guys? I mean, I guess no spoilers. What can you say about this movie?
I personally love the music.
Okay.
A lot of the songs, because I know they play like a lot of like older songs like from the 70s, 80s. But for this one, I felt like there was more music that I actually recognized. Like there was Creep by Radiohead.
You're saying you're not an old head.
I mean, I guess not. I like older music, but like I guess I'm just more of a contemporary girl.
Contemporary.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Modern. But yeah, I really liked Radiohead's Creep. I think I had heard that song Do You Realize by the Flaming Lips, right? But oh my god, it's like my favorite song right now. It's like always playing in my head. And then the closing with the Dog Days Are Over was really good. So I don't know, the music really amplified it for me. And yeah, I grew up with that music, so I was like, oh, this is so good.
So yeah, of course there's music in this movie because it's a Guardians film, and all 3 of them have soundtracks.
Yeah.
I like how this music is newer too, like how you said. I think it makes sense within the story, and I actually thought they were going to do this because at the end of Volume 2, he gets the Zune, which is like it's like a knockoff version of like an iPod. Yeah. So I kind of figured that they had the ability now to do songs from like the 90s and the early 2000s. I will say, if just to like throw this out there since we're on the topic, I think that the music, this is one of my complaints. We'll just throw it out there.
Okay.
I think that the music should have been a little bit more focused. Like I feel like this one, and it's probably because it's supposed to be a Zune, so you can jump all over the place from like eras, but I think it kind of works against it in a way because I think they should have gone all like 90s and early 2000s. I think the ones that aren't from the 90s and 2000s, it's kind of like, oh, why is that in here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The other ones felt like, okay, all these would sound good together. They all make sense on a soundtrack. But this one, a lot of the music, when it dropped in, it felt very like out of nowhere to me. Whereas in the other ones, they felt more
Organic.
I guess so. Yeah, that's a good word.
I mean, I guess in the past volumes, like they've both been mixtapes that Peter's like mom has given him. So I guess it feels more personal in that, right?
Yeah.
And this one is kind of just like, oh, what do I feel like listening to?
Well, I mean, Yondu gave him the Zune, so he still has an emotional connection to it. But yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Yondu didn't pick the
Yeah,
songs.
you're right. I don't mean to.
Yondu just found it, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, here you go."
Oh, he did. I
Yeah.
actually don't remember that. Sorry.
Yeah, God, Carla.
Oh,
But no, yeah, I mean, that's not a big complaint. I do like the music, the songs that are on here. I don't think there's one that I dislike.
Wait, I'm actually gonna argue
Okay.
that like maybe it does work because there's like a bunch of flashbacks with like Rocket's youth, and this one. So it's almost like, when you do the flashback, like throwing it back to an older song.
I mean, that would make sense if they used them in the flashbacks, but they don't.
They don't always. Okay.
The one
I
song.
don't remember every time, like when they played every song.
Okay, well, for example, I don't want to get into spoilers. We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Okay, I feel I like this movie a lot. I really enjoyed it.
I agree.
And it definitely subverted my expectations of what I saw from the trailers. I think I only saw like a couple trailers, and they dropped like 3 or 4 scenes.
Yeah, I only saw the first trailer, and I didn't want to watch any of the TV spots because they start giving away a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if James Gunn was kind of like annoyed because like Marvel's like, you got to release the scenes.
Dude, they started releasing whole scenes near the end. Like
Really?
the scene. So I made sure not to watch it, but I did see that. The scene where this isn't really a spoiler.
No
It's like a scene
It's
that's
out there.
It's out there, but if you don't care, skip like 30 seconds ahead. Or if you do care. The scene where they're like on that one planet with all the animals and they're trying to get in the car, and it has the MCU's first like F-bomb where he says the F word. That's the first time there's ever been the F word in the
Yeah, that's
MCU.
right.
Wait, are you serious?
That's kind of weird
Yeah.
that they dropped that.
I was gonna say there's a lot of parts in this movie that I'm surprised this is still rated PG-13.
Yeah,
Like
it's hard PG-13.
it really is because it's not. I mean, it's not like over the edge. Hello, stop. But it's not over the edge.
Yeah,
But they're like, oh man, we'll get into it more in spoilers. But there's a part near the end specifically where like they show something on screen that I'm like, damn, how the hell did they get away with that? Like I was like, that's kind of like if I was like young and like a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, if I was just young.
I mean, I will say this. So I do like the fight scenes and the choreography. I think like near the end, there's like a certain like
there is
like fight scene choreography that goes on that I think is really entertaining, and like seeing it for the second time was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I saw a TikTok, like I was just going through like Guardians 3 like TikTok, and this mom was like, there should be like a what is it called?
Oh, a mom, like a parental supervision thing.
Yeah, she was saying that should be like a warning,
I mean, it's PG-13.
like a trigger warning or something. And she showed her kid like he like left the theater. He looked like he was like maybe like 8 or 10, and he was like,
well, that's on her then.
He was like bawling his eyes out and shit.
If he's below 13,
actually-
that's entirely on her.
Actually, he might have been 13 because like of course he had to get in.
I mean, no, they'll let you go in with parents even if you're not 13.
Oh, okay.
So it's on her. At that point, though, they're like, oh yeah, this is on you.
Yeah.
They just don't let in 13-year-old or people below 13 by themselves. They need parental supervision. But that's on her then, bro.
Yeah, dude he was scarred.
I do agree though. This
What?
movie does have. If you're not a fan of like animal abuse, if that like really
If it disturbs you.
No, yeah, really, like because some people get triggered by things more than others. If that is one of your things, if you just can't handle that, this movie might be a hard watch for you. Yeah, it gets pretty emotional, pretty dark in some certain parts, which is kind of different for like the tone of the other Guardians movies.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, any Marvel movie really, like none of them really get that dark, I think. So, but I mean, I think this movie does a good job balancing that, like the dark parts with humor and with like lighthearted parts. I never feel like it goes too far to either side.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like all the jokes landed for me.
Yeah, I don't think there was too many that because like a lot of times the jokes are kind of like they kind of go at you like all at once. It's like they keep throwing jokes at you. I'm like, bro, chill. But in this one, I do agree. I think pretty much most of the jokes landed. Like I found the first time I saw this, I was laughing like a good amount, but then I was also like finding parts where like I was like, damn, bro, I can feel like I could cry right now if I wanted. Yeah,
yeah.
I was like,
what'd you guys think of the villain, dude? Some people are praising him more than Kang.
so hang on. So let me tell you this right now.
Dude, this guy, bro, he fucking ate.
He's hey, let him cook, let him chew.
Oh my god.
Hey, he's chewing.
Okay, we'll talk about spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah, we can go more in spoilers, but oh man, let me preface this real quick. Carla hasn't seen all the MC movies yet.
Okay.
She hasn't met Kang from Ant-Man. She hasn't seen Ant-Man 3 yet. But
Yeah, when you said that,
but-
I was like, wait.
but
Is he talking about
Kang
John
is.
Wick?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, John
Like,
Wick,
oh,
Quantumania. Yeah.
No,
No.
I know.
You know, He Who Remains at the. She saw Loki. He Who Remains at the end. Remember how he was like, "Oh, wait till you meet all my variants if you think I'm bad."
Yeah.
Kang is like a variant of his.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
you
kind of
said
chill.
Kang. You said King.
Kang.
Kang.
I heard Kane.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what I was talking about.
I'm not gonna lie, my mouth is very dry.
But yeah, so anyway, he's like being set up as like the next Thanos. So
Thank you.
people are comparing the villains, obviously, because that's what people do. But I think the guy in this, he was in Peacemaker. He played the villain in Peacemaker. also.
Chadbuki Iwuju.
Did you practice his name
No, but I'm.
for the sake of this?
That might be it, but that's close enough.
His name,
Chadbuki, that's what his name is.
yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's dude. He's a really good actor. I liked him in Peacemaker. He was fucking funny, dude.
The Peacemaker's really good.
He kind of plays like an asshole.
Is that a movie or?
It's a TV show.
Oh, haven't seen it.
Yeah, Colin throws when it comes to
Oh my god.
shows and movies. But
Wow.
okay, what else can we say with no spoilers?
What
I
did you
mean-
think of the cinematography?
I like how this movie has a lot of practical effects. Like despite like explosions and shit, like there's some creatures that they see, and I think all of them were like practical costumes and like effects and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
think you can really tell.
I agree. I thought the cinematography was cool. There's one scene like very early on where they're like fighting with Adam Warlock, and I think like Drax like tosses him, and you see the camera legit like do
I
like a
saw that too.
360,
Yeah, that's.
and it's really cool. Like he flips on the ground.
I thought about that
remember
too.
that.
Yeah, that was really cool. What was I gonna say? There's a shot when they're on the ship at one point, and I thought it looked like really. Oh, there's so many good shots actually. Now I
Is
think
it when he's
about
like standing at the captain's like
yeah,
bridge?
yeah, that part
like,
looks.
listening
I
to
really
music?
like that.
Yeah.
I also really like. I guess we'll talk about it more in spoilers, but upon a second viewing, I think I like noticed something in that scene that like was intentional, but you don't notice it your first time through. So if you could remind me, because it's kind of a spoiler, but not really. Oh no, it's a spoiler. Yeah.
I
So
usually depend on you to remind me.
what else can we say? Nick, did you ever say what you thought of the soundtrack?
I thought the soundtrack was good. I liked it.
Mhm.
I think it's not my favorite. I really like the second one.
The second one's really good.
The second one is classic.
I think the second one like doesn't have a miss.
I don't think so either, dude.
You can argue that none of them have misses, but you could also argue that some of them do. But I don't think you can argue the second one has any misses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wake
Dude,
up,
yeah.
Carla.
I mean, I think this one, like, yeah, you said it doesn't feel super focused. Like, it would have been cool to just be like 90s, 2000s, maybe like Foo Fighters, Chili Peppers.
I thought that's what they were gonna do when it
Oh.
opened with Creep,
That would be
Yeah.
good.
because Creep came out in '93. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. They're doing '90s and maybe 2000s. So I was like, oh, that's sick. That makes sense. But then right after that, there's a song from the '70s. So I was like, oh, okay, like that's more like how Guardians usually is. Then it jumps back to the '90s. Then it's like, it was just all over the place. So I was kind of like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
all the songs are good, and I think they fit. But I think the first two, they just felt more streamlined. It felt more like everything like worked more.
It was like for a montage. It was for like a.
Yeah, like these ones felt like they were just for a montage in certain points.
There were some moments where like Gamora is just chilling in the ship and like there's
Mhm.
music playing just in the back.
Yeah,
Like, and that's
Oh,
a song.
yeah. I felt like in the first two, the song, because I know when Jim's gonna say, he said when he writes these scripts, he like just knows what song, and it's like part of the script, like
Yeah.
the specific song. He doesn't like think of it after the fact. He's like, no, this song works in this part.
That's good.
And this is also the first time where there's been a song that actually they couldn't get the rights to.
Oh, you know about this?
Yeah, did you know this?
Yeah, it's Russian roulette, right?
Yeah, it's Russian roulette. Apparently there was it was in Guardians 1 and 2, they got every song that he wanted, like his first pick. But in this one there was a song he wanted called Russian Roulette that he tried to get, but they just couldn't get the rights. There was like some legal parts that were just annoying. They were like, okay.
I don't know why, bro. Like that literally is just free promo for your song.
I know. I don't know who was having issues with it.
Like, I bet all the songs like Creep is probably going off right now. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
bro.
There's always a big jump in the songs. But no, yeah, there was legal trouble. So I don't think he revealed what song, because I saw this on Twitter. Someone asked him this, and they were like, "Oh, like what song was your second choice?" And then he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna reveal that.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not gonna like spoil the scene.
Yeah.
I kind of had an idea what it is, but like, I don't know.
I thought about it too. I was like, what would it be? And I was like, I thought maybe this one, but I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's just a guess.
Yeah, you never know for sure. And even if you got it right, he'd probably just be like, I don't know.
Be like false.
Yeah, he's a false.
I love how he's on Twitter, bro.
Dude, he always like.
I don't think I follow him on Twitter.
Dude, you should.
God, Carlo. Bro, why you?
He literally is running the world, bro.
Carlo doesn't even know that he's like the head of DC now.
Bro.
I only know because you told me. Hello?
I was explaining it to my girlfriend. I was like, he's gonna be the head of DC and write like a Superman movie. And she was like, oh, finally, like they're recognizing he makes like good movies.
What?
Do you know that?
You know that?
Yeah, well, you either told me or I'm pretty sure, or did y'all talk about this before on your
We've talked about it a couple
recent
times.
podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure we've talked about it. At some
I've
point.
heard it one of the two places.
Okay.
So,
Do you guys have
so I
any
only know
other?
because of you.
As you should.
Hello?
Do you guys have any other things that can be said in non-spoilers before we get into spoilers?
I think overall, like, you'd really enjoy this movie. You could just watch the first 2 movies and then like maybe the holiday special.
If you're fans
a-
of any of the
this is a
Guardian
good
stuff, like
watch.
you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
I
Definitely
like
go
it.
see it. I give it 5 out of 5 stars.
Word. Okay. You're giving the review this early, my boy.
I mean, I'm just saying straight up.
Straight up. Okay. Do you have anything to say, Carla?
I liked it.
Yeah, I think this is really good. The soundtrack is good. Despite us saying like what we thought, it's still good. Every song's good. I think nothing feels out of place. I will say that. I don't think the songs feel out of place at any point.
Okay.
They all still fit and they work with the scenes that they're in, I think.
I like the flashbacks. I liked the plot. I enjoyed the way like the characters were like playing off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Rocket's the main focus of this one, like from the get-go. Like it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But like I think despite that, I think every single one of them, which is kind of surprising because there's like a ton of Guardians on the team now. I think everyone
they
has
have a lot of people.
There's maybe
now.
9 or 8 of them.
Yeah, but I don't feel like any of them really gets like shoved to the side. Like they all get like enough play. I feel like they get their own like moment to shine. So if you're a fan of a specific character, like you're probably gonna be, you're gonna approve.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all I have to say for non-spoilers. I'd recommend go seeing this.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this, leave.
Yeah,
And then come
all
back.
Now, yeah, so if you haven't seen it, dip out of here because we're about to get full spoilers. We're gonna tell you everybody that dies because there's like 6 people.
Let's go.
So spoilers, let's go. Nobody died.
I mean, let's just go from the start and just talk
Okay.
about how we felt about like I guess the pacing of it. So this opens up with "Creep" by Radiohead. Star-Lord's kind of drunk and shit, and Rocket's like, well, first it opens with him as like a baby raccoon. And
Yeah,
you can
I
tell
really like
he's
the
kind of been
opening.
thinking about these things.
Yeah, that's all day.
Yeah. So Star-Lord's drunk and shit. He's sad about Gamora.
Oh yeah.
He's still depressed.
When he first like started yelling at Rocket in the first scene, for a second I was like, "Damn, what the hell?" Like I thought they squashed this in Volume 2.
Yeah.
But then I was like, "Oh, he's drunk." Like okay.
Yeah, Volume 2 they did get in a fight though.
Yeah, they were like beefing the whole movie.
Yeah, but I was just watching the movie and there's a line of dialogue where Peter says he was like drunk and he told Gamora something. So there's like already kind of a little thing about how like
Dude's always drinking, bro.
might
He's
get a drinking problem.
just like Carla.
Bro, that's
No, I'm
not
kidding.
true. Oh my
I'm
god.
kidding.
But then Adam Warlock comes. He starts fucking him up. I love the fucking. It's kind of become a meme now where it's
Where
just
he's-
like
he's flying
crazy
forward.
on you.
Dude, I've seen those memes everywhere, dude.
They're so good.
Fucking so.
I legit showed Carla yesterday and my TikTok there was like 6 in a row and I was like, bro, look, and I just like
Dude.
and it was the scene and it was just different
When the
captions.
microwave is about to hit like 1 second, like
It's like
like stupid shit.
dude, they were so dumb. There was one that was like my mom told me to get home at like 9 and it was like me at 3 a.m. and it was like,
Bro, dude, that's actually me.
God,
That's fucking funny.
there's so many of them. I love whenever a movie comes out, there's always new memes.
Yeah, it just spreads
It's-
the joy of it with like no context.
It's like a part of the release now. There's memes.
It's part of the marketing.
Speaking of memes, again, I want to go on a tangent real quick. Carla, for the first time, watched Spider-Man 3 last night.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's like
that
the
was
That's not
ultimate-
the most. That one's pretty funny, but the
That-
most
It was
memeable one's
so
probably the second one, bro.
funny.
Dude, there's memes in all those movies, but like, bro, she just busted out laughing, and when he was just like, "Now dig on this," yes, and it's just like they're dancing. It's just fucking.
Dude, when he was emo, I was like dying. And also because like you were laughing so hard, so your laugh was making me laugh.
Dude,
harder,
that
too.
movie's so funny, man.
Those movies are gold, bro.
Oh man,
Dude, yeah, I
I
can't
can't believe
I
you've
had
never seen
gone
them.
She hadn't
on
seen
You're
live.
so
any of
lucky.
them. She hadn't seen any of them, and I was like, we've been watching the MCU, like going through it, because she had only seen like maybe 10 of the like 30 movies. So I was like, okay, let's
Not
go
bad.
through. Hello.
Hello?
So we've been going through them, and I realized I was like, oh, we're coming up on No Way Home, and I was like, have you seen the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield ones? And she's like, no. I was like, bro. So I was like, well, do you want to watch them before so you have a little bit more understanding of their characters and like how they connect in No Way Home?
Oh yeah.
So
I'm
she was
sure,
like, yeah.
like, well, I know for all the other fans that saw, what was it, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3,
Yeah.
where like all the old other Spider-Mans like come in, like they were like going crazy, and I was just like, I don't know them.
Dude, Carl's like, who the
I
fuck's
mean,
this?
I could still like appreciate it because I knew who they were, but I was just
Yeah, I
like,
wonder how it is to just like not recognize them.
Yeah, how was it? You just like she didn't even know Daredevil. She's like, who's this?
dude, stop. I mean,
Well, it's not the roast because like I know like
I'm trying to
like
understand.
an average audience person like wouldn't get it, you know?
yeah.
Like if a parent of someone like our age or whatever just would go to see this, they'd probably be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean,
So it's kind of
Most-
something like movies you kind of have to like watch a bunch of shit before.
yeah,
You gotta do
which is
homework.
annoying for me because I'm just like, there's so many movies I just haven't seen because I'm like, bro, I don't have time. I'll just do it later, and then I just
Because you're
don't do
writing.
it. Huh?
You said because you're too busy writing.
Dude, I wish.
Bro, she's
Well,
just always napping.
Trying to, dude. That's not true. Okay,
Just
we're not
working
gonna
on
get into
Superman
this.
too.
All right, Guardians. We'll keep going. Yeah. What? This is one complaint. Let's get into this because we just talked about Adam Warlock pulling
Yeah,
up.
let's talk about what we like, and then we'll just go back and forth with the story.
Yeah, I've seen people complain about this. So I want to know what you guys think. A lot of people are either they like Adam Warlock or they like are. That's like the biggest disappointment to them. A lot of people. I've seen people say like, oh, he's barely in it, and like he's in it for like the beginning, and he seems like a huge threat, and then he kind of like isn't for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
But how do you feel about it though? Are you cool with it, or do you have an issue? What do you think, my brother?
My brother. I mean, when, go ahead.
I would have. Yeah, don't interrupt me. I read your friend Mike's review.
Salty potato?
Yeah, salty potato.
A little
like
bit
that guy.
salty
I don't even remember
potatoes.
what his
He's
was.
got good reviews.
Bro, I read his review talking about Guardians 3, and he spoke a little bit on that, and he said that Adam Warlock was like his only complaint about the movie because he was like, I feel like we don't really know his character too much. Like he just kind of comes in and like leaves, and then like you said, I guess he's not that much of a threat for most of
Besides the
movie.
intro.
Yeah. Besides the intro, obviously, but like, I kind of agreed with him because he was like when he pointed out, I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's true. Like, I felt like I didn't really know him, and like, yes, I know like, he ends up saving Peter and all that because Groot saved him. But then I was like, I mean, I know Groot's like, oh yeah, Groot's a good person and all that. So like, Groot was like, okay, you deserve a second chance. But I was like, bro, I would not have given him a second chance. Like, bro, he basically started it. You know, he started everything. So,
Oh, he's the one that injured Rocket.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna give that guy a second chance. I'm just kidding.
So I actually can see the point. I can see it. But for me, I would like to hear Nick after this too, because it makes sense coming from you, and also Mike. But for someone like me, I know the character Adam Warlock from the comics and from stuff.
You do.
So- Hello. Well, so
You
since
read it.
since I already like know the character, I didn't feel like I didn't have the sense of like I don't know who this is, like, which that's just because of my perspective. But from your perspective, if I didn't know who that was, I would be like, who is this guy? Why is he here? Why is he only here for a couple times? They do tease him at the end of Volume 2, and I
They
do.
do?
Yeah, remember at the last post credit scene in Volume 2, the gold Aisha chick, she's like, the Guardians destroyed all her ships and stuff, so she's like, wait till they see my creation, and they show the cocoon, and then she's like, I'll call him Adam.
I literally don't remember that. I'm sorry.
God, bro.
Adam.
Get her out.
Bro,
I'm kidding.
I like watch things and then like I'm like, okay, that was really good, and then I like dump all.
I mean,
the
last movie
information.
came out 6 years ago.
It did come out a long time
I mean,
ago.
I guess I've thrown it on a couple times.
I just
don't know
remember.
if I stay for the
I just
credits.
remember it, bro.
Oh my god.
I feel like I have I don't want to boast, but I feel like I got a above average memory.
I'm above
Congratulations. Hello.
Well, Nick, what did you think? Speaking on Adam,
I kind of agree. Like, I think he was kind of jumbled around, and I wish maybe he had like a little bit more development, because like I kind of forget he's in the movie sometimes until like he just bursts in. I'm like, oh shit.
So
like,
the scene
Me
cuts to him.
too.
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know. He has some funny moments,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. His arc just feels like a little like incomplete to me.
Yeah.
But I kind of like how he went from like hurting Rocket to Rocket becoming captain, and then
They're friends. I guess,
yeah,
at
and
the
then like
end.
he's part of the Guardians. He's kind of like
Yeah.
started the new leaf after his mom died.
Yeah, I think to me, this is kind of what it feels like. It feels like, so, all right. So in the comics in Infinity War, a huge part of the comics, the original comic, the original storyline is Adam Warlock. Like there's a huge history with him and Thanos. And in this series of movies, like they're never going to meet each other. There's like no history between them, but in the comics there's a lot of history. So
Yeah.
I think that James Gunn was like, let me tease Adam Warlock, and then maybe they'll want to use him in Infinity War and Endgame because he has a part to play if you're going off the comics. But I guess they ended up deciding not to do that because they probably think it's too many new characters. They already had to introduce Captain Marvel.
Dude, that moment in Endgame where Captain Marvel saves them by smashing the ship, I thought that was Adam Warlock.
That would have been
When that shit
sick.
happened during the movies, I was
Dude.
like,
Adam Warlock? Dude, if that was true, oh my god, actually. If
That
that
would've
was,
been
oh my god. Someone should re-edit with him coming in.
yeah, they probably could
Uh,
now, dude. Like, Jesus.
Dude, no, yeah, that's actually true. That'd be cool. But I think that was the original plan when James Gunn put him in, because he said that he always had wanted to use the High Evolutionary as his main villain for this one.
That's cool.
But I do think since Guardians 2 came out before Infinity War and Endgame, I think he put that in there as like, okay, like Adam Warlock's a part of this thing, but they ended up not using him. So then when they got to
Dang.
but then when he got to volume 3, he was probably like, oh well, I kind of have to use him because I teased him. So like maybe he's like, okay, I'll just throw him in there as
People have been expecting.
like a side villain, and then I'll have him be like a hero because he is a hero in the comics. He's just like a complicated one. So that's what I think happened. So I do think it's a little messy, but I don't think it like messes with the movie too much. Like it brings it like it overall like would only bring it down like maybe half a point or a point for me
Okay.
if it brings it down at all. But like I don't really care because I know who the character is. I will say that the character's different in this portrayal than he is in the comics, but I think they explain that by saying they do say he's pulled from his cocoon early, so he's still kind of like
Yeah.
maturing, which makes sense. In the comics, he's more like he's kind of like a very stoic, like serious, like knows what to do all the time guy. And if he's not that immediately, then the movie explains why that would be.
Oh.
Don't be rash.
Dude, that
Oh my
part's
God.
funny, bro.
That thing's name is Blurp.
That's the name of the little
That
like
little
the
fucking-
little alien.
Apparently that
thing.
thing's on the Guardians, I guess.
It's on the team, bro.
It's gonna die.
Do you know Blurp?
Next mission, he gets sauced.
You know Blurp,
Who?
the little thing that Adam Warlock likes, the little
Oh, that's his name.
pet. Dude, it's funny. He like bursts into their ship and he's like screaming like, ah! And then she's like, "If you do one more thing, I'll kill this thing." And he immediately is like, "Oh, hang on now."
Hold on.
Like he's like screaming, bro.
Oh, the memes on that too.
Yeah,
Those
there's-
are funny.
I'll say this one part. I don't think any of his scenes for me felt like because he kept getting sidelined because they kept like exploding him and stuff like that, and he would get sidelined for a second.
Bro, it was so hard to kill him.
Each time he was on screen, I enjoyed it.
I did too. The only one that I'm like, I don't know why that was there. Is there's one scene when they're helping all the people off the High Evolutionary ship where he like walks out and he's like shirtless because he's like was in a bomb, and then like you think he's about to attack them again, then he just falls over and Groot just like looks at him. It was like that was probably the only joke for me that didn't land. I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
that was the only
He
one.
was all
For
That
me,
was a
torn up and
joke?
shit.
I guess, because like the joke is he fell over. I guess
Oh, I didn't laugh.
I didn't either. That might be the only one that didn't.
I didn't know I was supposed to laugh.
I mean, is that supposed to be a joke? Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't know. Maybe it was just meant to be like a fake out.
I guess. Yeah.
For me, when I was watching this, if you guys want to talk about like the pacing,
Okay.
when I first saw it, there's a lot of information to take in the first time.
Yeah.
Like you get flashbacks and stuff, you get this story.
Yeah.
And I felt like at times the story felt like just very rushed. But when I watched it the second
word.
time, I was like, oh man, we go to so many different locations. Like the final act definitely pays off, and it was like more satisfying to watch.
I was gonna say I thought that it was paced pretty well. Like from the both times I saw it, I felt like there was no part where I was like, damn, get on with it. Like I was enjoying like every part. I like the flashbacks. I think the flashbacks, the way that they're edited between what's going on in the present time, I think they play off of each other pretty well.
I think they do as well.
So I think it's paced pretty well.
Yeah, sometimes you see like Rocket, like he's like in the scene and he's thinking about it, or he's like on the table dying and it just zooms in on his head.
Dead for real.
Or like it'll be a montage of him like with the High Evolutionary, and then like it goes to present day. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you think about the pacing?
I agree with you.
Okay, true.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it dragged. I mean, I knew it was gonna be a long movie going in, but I felt like pretty locked in most of the time. So I was like,
God.
Lock in?
I'm good with it.
At one point, they say lock in this movie.
Lock in. Wait, really?
God.
It's when they're going to that planet that's like made of
The
bioflesh.
orgoscope.
That part is.
How did you feel, bro? About the
I
whole
like
suit up and
it,
scene?
bro. I like the orgo.
I love. Dude, people were thinking Among Us.
Oh, it's not Among Us. Bro.
It's 2001.
Yeah, it's a space. Space Odyssey.
I hate myself that like for a second I was
You were
like
Among Us.
I was like, oh, no.
You said Among Us.
I almost went to an amateur, but I was like, oh no, I'm a cinephile.
Oh my God.
like,
I
oh,
haven't
yeah.
seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, so I didn't understand.
Bro, get her off.
I mean, I haven't either, but
Bro,
What? This dude is like
Wait,
I'm a
what you
cinephile.
referencing? You were like,
God.
I mean,
but I recognize it anywhere.
Damn.
Oh my
I should
God.
watch that next. Yeah, I didn't cap. No cap.
No cap.
Um,
I was gonna say something like 10 minutes ago, and I lost my thought.
Wait, you said to remind you to say.
Okay.
Talk about.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Oh wait, okay, I remember it. All right, so there's a scene in this movie where Peter's listening to "Do You Realize"
Yeah,
on
good
the
scene.
ship.
Great
It's
scene.
a good scene. Yeah, I do like it. And the first time, I wouldn't think anything of this, but so this movie, I think a lot of people thought people were gonna die. I thought Rocket was gonna die. I thought Drax was gonna
fully
die.
Expected it.
I thought those two were like for sure. And then at one point, they even fake out Star-Lord. I thought he was gonna die
my
in that point
God.
too. So I was like, damn, they're killing everyone out here. But they're all fake outs. No one dies in this, which I think is like the complete opposite of what people thought was gonna happen. So, but I think that they teased that. The song "Do You Realize" has a line that says, like, "Do you realize that everyone you love someday will die?"
Yeah.
And they used it in a trailer, so it's also like teasing it in that by using that song for the trailer. But when it's in the scene, when he's listening to it, at the part right before it says "everyone you know will die," that's when Drax comes up to him and talks to him, and it takes out the earphone and it cuts off, and you don't hear "everyone
Oh my
will
God, he
die."
knows everything.
Damn,
I noticed that the second time, so they don't say that, and that's got to be intentional.
that's really good. A good cast, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I
ain't seen one video out here like that.
We gotta clip this.
Yeah, I know.
No, I do like how the music is incorporated in scenes. Like sometimes, like Rocket will just be playing it over loud, like in nowhere. Which also, I really like how they're just kind of stationed
yeah.
in nowhere.
Yeah,
And I love how like
it kind of connects back to the first one.
yeah, exactly. And it's kind of just like a floating head in space. Like it really is like no,
A celestial.
Oh yeah.
it's pretty cool.
A celestial head, my brother.
But I feel like the music was well done, and I like just how it fit into certain scenes. Like Star-Lord will just like put his earbuds in or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it fits in really
That's
good.
Were you gonna cop a Zune?
It's very organic.
You copping a Zune?
They selling them?
I bet you can get one for like $50. Actually, the prices are probably gonna jump up after this.
I know,
movie.
right?
They're-
Dude.
Before Guardians came out, you could buy a Walkman for probably like a couple.
Yeah,
like
50
50,
bucks.
50 to 100 if it's in good quality. After that, especially if it's like the model from the movie, like $5,000, bro. People are going crazy trying to
StockX.
sell them. Yeah, StockX.
I hate how that happens though.
It's gonna happen for soon.
Like,
Man,
man, you can't enjoy anything anymore.
Dude,
Can't
yeah.
have shit out here.
that's how it
Right,
is.
Literally.
Okay, what are some other things that
That's your
happen?
neck.
Do you guys
Yeah, true.
Fancy ass equipment.
chill out?
We got like 3 studio
still
lights.
I
We
know,
got
right?
we got 2 tripods. Nice
The
new
full on
one.
there.
Well, we got the
Okay,
on
we
air
split
sign.
that though.
Oh my god.
got
Josh
2
is being. This couch is free. Okay.
Yeah, the cat. Yeah. Dude, oh my god, getting this couch was so annoying.
What a
bro.
story, bro.
Yeah. All right. What
So
else?
talk about this movie. Do you guys want to talk about the villain now?
Yeah, that's.
I
Oh
guess
my
we
god.
can
so
kind of
what
move to
happened?
the third act. I feel like, I guess, they go to the orgoscope. There's a really good scene there. I love how Quill kind of tries to have a moment with Gamora, and it just is like he's just embarrassed.
Bro, yeah. She's like,
I love how Drax is just like, it is painful.
oh, dude, I like that.
That shit is so.
yeah. He's trying to riz.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro. No one let him cook.
What do you guys think?
Who let him cook?
I
Who,
really
Drax?
liked the villain because
No, Peter.
Oh,
Like when he's
Well-
talking to her in the suit, someone like they interrupt him like, bro, stop.
yeah. Sorry,
Who let him cook?
I don't know. Before
What
we're
were you
talking,
saying? What were you
before we're talking about the villain,
Okay.
how do you guys feel about this Gamora? Because this one is not
Yeah,
the one that
yeah.
is part of the Guardians, and she comes in just because they have a meeting with her with the other Ravagers, who, by the way, Sylvester Stallone. His name is Sakaar. No.
Yeah, I think his character is Star Fox.
Starkar or something?
Stakar.
I just saw the fucking movie, bro.
I wasn't expecting them to show up again.
Yeah.
They're in Guardians too.
I was like, damn, he didn't do Creed. And he did
But he did.
I was
this.
like, he pulled up for this. I was like,
That
all right.
paycheck, bro. The
Alright.
check cleared.
Yeah, Marvel
Yeah.
paycheck.
Carla, what'd you think? You go first.
Wait, what was the question?
With Gamora and Peter.
How did you feel about Gamora?
How it's like they switched it because it's not the one from the original.
It's from
ones.
2014.
She's such a bitch. I'm kidding.
Yeah, she kind of.
No, but she is though.
No, but I think I kind of do like how they like take her away from Peter. And I honestly really wanted her and him to like at least establish a connection again, which they did, but I was like, oh my god, I want more. But that's just like the romantic in me.
Yeah.
Mm.
After I've had some time to sit with it, I think when I first came out of it, I think the first thing I said when I was like, the thing I didn't like was I wanted them to like fix that situation, but I think realistically it wouldn't be fixed within one movie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it makes sense that it wouldn't be like immediately rekindled after I've had some time to sit.
Mhm.
So I like how at the end there is a moment where they like stop and then she does kind of acknowledge it for the first time and they kind of talk about it in like a nice way, but that's not too much. Like they're not like, something like that.
And she doesn't even like hug him or like shake his hand or anything,
Yeah,
which I was like, oh my god. So
Respect.
it built some tension for me and I liked it.
I mean, it
Back.
it does leave it open if they ever
Yes.
do want to continue this, which
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to continue making Guardians 4 anytime soon. I think especially James Gunn is done for now. He's busy at DC. There won't be another one, at least by James Gunn, for like, I'm not going to say ever. I wouldn't be surprised if like, years down the line if he wants to like do another one, like
Yeah.
they're all older.
Maybe he come back.
I don't know. But I think, since we're talking about like potential sequels, I don't think there's going to be a Guardians 4 or another Guardians team, but I think there is going to be a solo Star-Lord movie because
Oh.
I think at the end of the movie, there's a second post-credit scene that seems kind of pointless at first. It's just like him eating cereal,
Yeah.
but there's two things that are different between that and like a lot of the other Marvel post-credit scenes. They always have a scene at the very end and then it's like a black screen and it says like title character will return in white text on a black background.
Yeah.
This one is white background, big black text that says the legendary Star-Lord will return, which is the first time they've done it like that. I think that they're teasing.
Man,
There's-
it's everything.
There's a comic book run, which I own this comic.
Here we go.
There's a comic book run. It's probably like the most popular one for
You get it, you
Star-Lord.
read the comments.
It's literally called the Legendary Star-Lord.
Really?
And it's probably his most popular solo story, and it's about after he leaves the Guardians. It's like a whole solo thing. And like the fact that they did that, I think it's like teasing that if they do it, they're gonna do that story. So I think he'll come back,
Dude, that'd
but
be awesome.
it's gonna be like focused on adaptation of that comic. So yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Do you guys want to talk about the High Evolutionary, bro?
Yeah, let's get into this.
Dude, I like this guy. Dude. Excuse me. I don't like him. I thought that
I
he
like
was
the
a
villain.
good villain, bro.
Sometimes you want a villain where you can like understand what they're saying, but other times there's one that's just such an asshole that you're like, damn, bro, and he's so good at it. Like,
Dude, yeah, he was pissing me off. I was like, get the fuck away from Rocket.
bro, he's smacking the animals.
Oh my god.
He's cutting them open, putting them back together. Bro, Rocket's his first word is hurts.
Oh yeah.
Dude. I'm not gonna lie, I will not cap on the podcast. The second time I saw the movie
crying?
and I was just watching it, dude, I kind of just like
crying
started
a
tearing
bit?
up, bro.
Chelsea like looks at you and you were like,
Oh no, I was like,
you turned away. You're like,
I don't know, I was just like
I'm
seeing
sweating
it.
from
Like,
my
this is-
eyeballs.
did Chelsea cry?
I don't know, but she was like, wow, there was a lot of like animal abuse in that. And I think
True.
when Lila got shot, she was like,
Bro, dude, when
did he shoot her or did he press a button that like shut her
That's
heart
what
off?
I was wondering.
Because I saw
like,
smoke coming out of a gun, but I didn't see a hole in her body.
I was
just saw her
yeah,
button
I
off.
thought that too. I don't know.
Either way, I get it. Like that's how both the friends
mean,
died. Like
but-
if it was a gun or it was like a button he pressed.
Dude, when I actually don't know why I wasn't expecting this, but I thought that they were gonna get out. I actually like genuinely thought the first
fucked
time.
me up, bro.
I thought
didn't think they were gonna.
Well, no,
get
the
out.
reason why I thought they were gonna get out is because Rocket and Lila are like partners in the comics. So I was like, okay, maybe they get out, and then at some point,
Oh.
I thought there was gonna be a reunion in present time where they meet up together again. Like I thought when Rocket gets saved, they were gonna go to the high evolutionary place, and she was gonna be recaptured by him or something, and he was gonna save her, and they were gonna like. That's what I thought was gonna happen, because there's a shot in a trailer where they're like hugging each other, and they use it in this one, but it's when they get out of their cages and they hug each other. But I thought that was when they meet each other again in present time. So that's why I expected. I was like, okay, at least they're gonna get out. I don't know about the bunny and the walrus, but
You mean Floor
and Teefs.
Teefs.
Yeah,
Teefs.
And Floor.
bro, that's so dumb, bro.
That thing was fucking funny.
Dude, I think it's because like of those four animals, the rabbit probably has the smallest brain. It's like, I'll be called Floor because I'm on floor.
What does she say? She's like,
Be nice.
face, eyes, mouth.
Yeah,
Does it words? It's so fucking weird.
it's like, bro, back up.
Yeah. I mean, it's dude. I caught this on the second time when the high
Word?
evolutionary comes in all drunk and shit to like fuck with them.
Oh yeah,
They're like sleeping together, and that like, oh, dude, that just kind of warmed my heart.
you didn't see them cuddling the first time.
No, yeah, this movie definitely tugs at the heartstrings, bro.
It does. It really
But I
does,
think-
man.
Yeah.
At first when I watched this before the second time, I was like, man, it's kind of unsatisfying that nobody died because I was like, where were the stakes in this?
That's what
But-
I felt too.
But the second time watching it, and I watched the interview with Gunn, he was like, I don't feel like you need to kill characters to like make stakes.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Because I felt that when you saw what Rocket went through and shit, you like, it's like he's lost people and he's fearing losing what he
why
has
top
now.
loss with more loss?
Yeah.
Pause.
Sometimes it's like,
What do you mean?
Why top?
bro.
Anyway,
But
Oh,
I
yeah,
understand it now. I'm like, oh man, like that's just, it's good writing.
I agree.
I
That's what
like
I'm
it.
saying.
It subverted my expectations.
That's
It's
what I
different.
said.
I thought this.
Said this night one.
Oh
I
my
thought this movie was gonna be
God.
them like reuniting with Lila and like taking down the
Oh,
High Evolutionary. But man,
Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen too.
when he got fucked up and he was just in the hospital bed the whole movie, I was like, I don't. Wait. Wait,
Oh my God. I like the
Punisher. Oh wait, she doesn't know.
She doesn't know. Yeah, she hasn't seen any.
You
of
haven't
it. She
seen the
hasn't
meme?
any of those.
No memes.
Huh? For what?
The Punisher when he's like at the dinner table
Yeah, she hasn't.
and he's like,
Who?
huh?
She doesn't even know who that is.
Sorry.
We'll show you later.
Anyway, I like the scene when Rocket goes back to the old raccoon cage, and there's like still the animals
oh
in
my
there.
God.
Oh, that's
And
good.
and he like looks at and he sees like fine that he is a raccoon, and he like accepts like his past. I think
Wait.
him acknowledging himself as a raccoon at the end, and he calls himself Rocket Raccoon, is like him coming to terms of his past and like accepting everything that he's done and is, and like being like,
But like he knew he was a raccoon, right?
I don't think so.
He was never really sure. Every movie, even in Volume 2, people call him like a badger,
Yeah, he just
Panda,
he had no idea.
bear, squirrel.
Bro,
like,
you
From
told me
his-
he never looked it up.
From his perspective, he's never.
what am I? What do you think he's gonna Google?
What am I? Well, dude, think about it. Like, imagine from your earliest memories are you just being built and put back apart, like you're a Frankenstein, and then like people are always like calling you different like types of critters and things. Like
Kind of like slurs.
yeah,
low-key.
pretty much, bro. Like I would be like, dude, yeah, I don't know what I am either. So like, I think I liked that part.
That was a really good moment.
Yeah.
That was like, damn, like
Sorry.
it was just very satisfying.
And I liked how it came a little bit full circle. Like he had been preparing in a way for this fight in the future with the High Evolutionary when he used the gravity things that he used at the very beginning.
Yeah.
It was just like a one-off thing with him walking. Like I didn't think anything of it, but like it came back into play, and I was like, oh shit.
There's a lot of good things that Gunn does where he sets up stuff that pays off. There's Kraglin using the arrow that Yondu gave him.
I was trying to.
Oh my god, I love that.
I know that James Gunn's good at doing that, and so I was upon my first watch, I was trying to be like, okay, what in here is like a setup to pay off later.
I already caught it. I was like,
I didn't catch the gravity one. I didn't get that one. I should have the gravity
the boots.
I should have now.
Oh yeah, I noticed them, but I was like, okay. I was like, he's always messing around with.
Yeah, I didn't think anything of it, but I did notice. I knew for sure that because at one point he's holding the key card that he used to escape. I was like, okay, what is that? And I was like, okay, that's definitely gonna be something. Yeah, like that was obvious though.
Yeah,
but the boots, no, yeah, I didn't expect that, but I really liked it.
Wait, who had the?
How'd you feel about
Rocket?
How'd you feel about Cosmo?
The gravity boots when the High Evolutionary was fighting him at the end and he had him like shoved against the ceiling. Then he turned on his gravity boots that like sucked to the ground so he like didn't get affected. Then he shot him.
Oh.
Yeah, remember?
She's like,
you little rodent. You think you're nothing more than a stain.
Dude, I saw
on my legacy.
Dude, I saw.
Dude, he's so good, bro.
He was really good, dude.
That guy, he ate, bro. And he's in Peacemaker too.
Bro, he was eating, bro. This dude was at a buffet.
Bro.
Okay, yeah, so we're talking spoilers.
All day.
Do y'all think he's still alive maybe, or he just blew up with this
That's
ship?
another thing. Yeah, they don't kill him. I think
it's never on screen. And some people were saying like,
yeah.
damn, after all that, they fought all those guards, they don't kill him.
If I was one of the other guards, I would have killed him.
I would have thrown him in the
like
machine.
if Rocket doesn't want to kill him, whatever. But like if I was like one of the others, I'd be like,
okay.
I'd be all right, I'll stomp his ass out then.
Just have Drax stomp.
Yeah, right.
Be fun.
I get that it was supposed to show like growth,
A
and
higher
stuff,
morality.
but yes.
Well, because there's like at one point when he's like in the afterlife,
He has
Lila's
high
like,
moral fiber.
What does she say? She's like, there's the hands that make us and there's the hands that guide the hands.
I agree.
And so I guess Rocket's trying to be like, you know what?
He
Like,
was
I guess
you right.
like I have a choice to make.
Yeah, he said, you right. He
Yeah,
was
I
like,
don't know.
he was saying that like he can make his own decisions. Doesn't matter who made him.
Yeah,
Got to think.
Yeah, but
that's good.
Dude,
Huh?
he killed Lila and all his friends.
So would you have killed him?
Yeah.
This is what I was gonna say
No thought.
that I couldn't say in non-spoilers. I was really surprised how much they got away with this movie.
Yeah.
There's a scene at the end where the High Evolutionary is like wearing a mask. It's revealed like this whole time, and it's because after he killed Lila, Rocket like scratched the hell out of his face.
Dude, that scene I had to like look away the first time. I was like, oh my god.
That's true. It was pretty violent, and they like there's like a zoomed in shot, and you could like see
bloody mouth. He's like,
yeah. But no, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that this movie gets away with that I'm surprised. It's like you're right. It is a really hard PG-13.
I wonder how the test screenings were, bro.
I wonder. That's a good question, actually. But what I was gonna say is they show his face, like Gamora takes off like the mask or whatever.
You see it for a good 30 or 45 seconds.
No, it's literally him. He like looks at. He has a whole like line of dialogue with it.
God.
One of his eyes like doesn't have an eyelid. It's just like shoved open. The other one looks all messed up.
His lower lip is like just gone.
Yeah, he has like a piece of his chin still.
His
that's
nose
like,
is
hanging
gone.
off. It's pretty graphic. Like it looks like a face, like a without a face. It looks like your skull underneath.
Dude,
it's really.
It's even
people were saying that's what the whole face off led up to, bro. And remember the whole time they were talking about a
face
trap
off.
or a
Oh
face off.
Oh my god!
Oh
I
my
thought that's
god.
another good writing.
That's actually really funny.
There's a lot of things that are just so satisfying in this movie.
But when I saw that, I was really like, damn, they got away with this. That's actually the first thing I thought. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
This dude messed up.
I thought the fighting was cool, and I thought his powers were really cool as well. Because in the flashbacks, he's kind of just a dude. Yeah. And then after when Rocket attacks him and escapes, he's kind of like he becomes like
he's like, I need to control more. I need to control everying.
Yeah.
There was control gravity, bro.
I don't know if I just missed this the both times I saw this, but in the trailer there's a scene where he's kind of like he's doing like this like meditation.
He's like floating,
and he's like floating.
I saw that too. It just
I don't
looks.
think that was in the trailer.
It's not. It's in the trailer, but it's not in the movie.
It looked menacing.
It looks cool. I've seen people complain. I've seen people complain about that too.
It
like
could have been a meme.
You could have been. I've seen people complain about that and be like, "Oh, why wasn't this in it?" And like, it does look cool. Like, it would have been cool to have a scene where he's like doing that. But I mean, the movie was paced fine. I'm satisfied with everything. Maybe they cut it because
maybe it was just outtakes, and I get like maybe it was hard to cut a trailer together with all the shit in this.
Yeah.
Without it being like, damn, like.
I also do think some people have complained about this, but I kind of like it.
Okay.
Some people have wanted the face off against like the High Evolutionary and the Guardians or Rocket to be longer. Like it is over pretty quick once they like do like start fighting. But I kind of like that. I like how immediately like Rocket like shoots him because he outsmarted him, and then all the Guardians pull up and they all just fucking they all get a hit on his ass, bro.
Dude.
I love before they even like when they first meet him, it's just Peter and Groot.
Oh yeah,
because like Nebula has to stay outside,
and he's
and
just
so
like,
they pull up, and the guy's like,
he has his finger up.
yeah, he's like doing whatever, and then like as he starts giving his spiel and shit, Peter's just like, dude, I don't give a shit, bro.
Dude,
He's like,
so
I don't
funny.
care like what your reasons are,
Mm.
and it's
Damn.
pretty fucking funny.
One other thing.
That seems they just jump out the window.
Yeah,
He's like,
Dude,
he was like,
okay.
what kind of plan is that?
Wait,
and
let me-
Groot's just like, he just follows it.
Let's talk about this because this is another thing. This is one of the issues that some people have talked about. I want to see if you guys think it's an issue or not.
Word.
Okay.
People have discussed online, and I think James Gunn has actually already commented on this, but people were asking where is Star-Lord's mask and his like thing? 'Cause he doesn't use his mask in this movie.
I took a screenshot on Instagram of him literally
Oh my God.
replying to someone, bro.
And yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, where is his? I literally thought that last scene where they fake out his death, where he was gonna run and like jump out, I thought that was gonna be a reveal of a new mask, because his mask in Volume 1 and 2 and in Infinity War and Endgame, it's really cool. I really like the design of it, but it's like it's a completely original design. It's inspired heavily by his mask in the comics, but it doesn't look like that in the comics. It looks different, and I thought this one was going to be a new version of his mask that looks closer to the version in the comics, and I thought that was going to be the reveal.
Like green would be cool. I mean, what does it look like in the comics? I don't
It
even
looks,
know.
if you look it up, it looks pretty much the same. It's just at the top, I think it has the Guardians logo on like on his head or
Aw.
something, and it's got like
What the heck?
it's like front piece. The one in these movies has like two like gas things. They look like I guess for breathing on the left and right of his cheeks, but in the one in the comics, it has like a thing in the front. I don't know. It's hard to explain. You could look it up visually for yourself.
Or you can include it.
I mean, on the YouTube I could, but
Yeah, that's
not,
what I
if
mean.
you're listening on Spotify,
Just
how am I going to do that? How am I
That's what
going
I
to do
meant.
Hello?
Hello?
No, yeah, I thought they were gonna do that, but they did not. They faked out his death. So,
Yeah.
but what do you guys think about how he doesn't got the rocket boots or the mask? Because people online were complaining about that. They were like,
it makes him more human.
I don't know. I think that whole moment was just set up for like Adam Warlock to do that whole like the creation of Adam shot, which I thought was really
literally his name,
cool.
Adam.
Oh my God.
His name is literally
It
Adam.
was quite on the
creation of
nose.
Adam. That it was probably the most on the nose creation of
Yeah.
Adam reference.
Maybe
I've
even if
seen ever.
my girlfriend's like not spiritual, so maybe she didn't even like recognize
She's
that.
probably like, who?
She's probably like, oh,
That's Adam.
yeah. She's like, what is that shit? Like straight.
There's been so many references to that photo, though. I like how this one is. His name is literally Adam Warlock, and he's supposed to be like,
I'm the Warlock.
yeah, he's supposed to be like the highest being of his people. So I do like this inclusion. And what's cool about this one is it's called the creation of Adam, but the position he's in is the position of the gods in the actual painting.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like a reversal of the roles.
Mm.
Hello? But yeah, I do agree. This one was pretty. It was pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
Very on the nose.
Regarding the boots, like I didn't even really think about it. I did think he was gonna wear the mask at some point,
I did too.
but I don't know. It just never came up because Gunn broke it in Volume 2. It got brought back for an Endgame and Infinity War, and
It's just not.
I don't know. As far as I know the Russos consulted like Gunn with like what they would do with Gamora, but I don't know if they did about the mask. Like they kind of just were like, there's two different versions, like whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it was his decision. I think I did hear that James Gunn originally he'd never had plans to kill Gamora.
Yeah.
That was all stuff in Infinity War. So that's another thing. I mean, if I'd be kind of annoyed because I'm sure he had like rough drafts of his
Yeah.
ideas for Volume 3. So after that, I'd be like, oh fuck, man, like a main character got killed, and then they brought like another version. I got to change everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that that affected the script in a.
Like, oh, the foundation I just laid.
It was probably really annoying as a writer. I guarantee it. He was probably like, oh my god.
I mean, I think he's fortunate enough to have directed like 4 projects with them.
Yeah.
To have a consistent like timeline as he does. Because this takes place in 26.
This movie was in 2026.
Yeah, because Endgame happened in 25, so this is like about a year after Endgame,
I didn't know that.
which is crazy.
I just learned something new.
I thought Endgame took place in 2023. Is it 2025?
No, excuse me, you're right. 23.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
my
bro.
God.
That's what
Well,
I thought.
when I
Bro
looked it
doesn't
up,
know
it said
anything.
26.
Get him
though.
off, bro.
When I looked it up, it said Volume 3 takes place in 26. So that
I was thinking the same
that might
thing.
just have been a wrong Google search.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't need to know the exact year. I just
Yeah.
know that some time has passed since this and then before the last
Yeah.
and all that, you know.
How did you feel about the whole fight scene in the Orgo Court with like Nathan Fillion and
Dude, I really liked
that-
how
Oh, you got one of those. Like, dude.
I liked how Nathan Fillion's cameo
Yeah.
was pretty extended.
I liked him. Yeah, I thought he was pretty charming. Like I thought he was funny in the Suicide Squad, but he got fucked.
Yeah.
So this one we got more of him, and like we got to be with him. Like,
I really liked it. I liked his wife had a cameo as well. And
oh yeah, she gets shot in the
She
leg.
she gets shot in the leg.
Oh, that was his wife?
Yeah.
She's like,
Dude, that was so funny.
she was so fucking.
So
funny.
did
That must have been so fun to shoot.
Daniela McCore or whatever.
Yeah,
The girl from-
McQuire.
She played Rat Catcher
Yeah.
in the Suicide Squad. She played like Uda. In this
Uda?
game. Yeah.
Dude, apparently Pete Davidson was also in this. He played.
I heard that too.
He played a guy that was in the room that Star-Lord and Groot shot up.
Yeah, he
But
did.
he was in makeup.
He was in a mask.
Yeah.
Like I saw
Really?
behind the scenes thing, and he was wearing like a
It-
complete thing that you wouldn't even know.
It
Was
would have took me out of it if he was just like,
I
"Get-
agree,
Get on the
yeah.
ground."
I
Like,
think James. Yeah,
I would have been
I
like,
completely
I'd have
agree.
been
I
like,
like-
this is fucking stupid.
yeah,
Wait,
I
can you say it
agree.
again?
No.
Bro, just press rewind.
Just get on the
Or
ground,
do it.
guy.
Oh my God.
Don't make this harder than it has to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm glad if they would have just showed his face, I would have been like, bro, ain't no
If
fucking
he got shot, that'd be kind of funny. No, that'd be.
it would be funny, but it would be like breaking like the immersion of the movie.
I'd be like, okay. Yeah, the third act is good, man.
I mean, we already got that in the Suicide
Yeah,
Squad.
we already got that satisfaction.
Yeah, Carl hasn't seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
But yeah, people online were getting annoyed about how like Gunn is like working with the same actors, but I don't understand why.
I don't get it. So many directors do that.
Wes Anderson, Martin Scorsese, bro. Michael Mann, I don't know, dude. Like,
Yeah,
Spielberg.
everyone works with people that they. I mean, especially like
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
who
he's
people-
worked with De Niro like probably over 10 times.
And people like regard him as like. I mean, he is.
he is
really
the great.
good.
He's
He
probably
is.
he's one of the greats. Probably.
He is. He definitely is. And but like the fact that like they use this to like shit on one director, but they use it to praise others makes no sense.
Yeah. Speaking of which, on Martin Scorsese for a bit, we finally got 2 new stills, bro, of his movie that's coming out.
You ready?
I think it's called like Killers of the Bloodflower Moon or something.
I heard about that.
But we got 2 new stills,
That's
bro.
about damn
We've
time.
had the same still for over like a year and a half, bro.
I low-key forgot that was being made. I'm not gonna
Dude,
lie.
yeah.
I did see the stills, but then I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, this is.
I
Still
mean, yeah, it's
happening.
very underwhelming. Like,
Yeah.
I hope we get a trailer like probably later this year.
Probably will by the end of the year. I'd
Yeah.
guess.
I think it's on Netflix, but
Damn.
I don't know. I do want to do a whole episode on streaming services because, bro,
Mm.
shit is getting.
It's getting kind of crazy.
got
Oh,
Max
and you
coming
can talk
out.
about, yeah.
Yeah,
Netflix
I
and
was just
Hulu.
talking to her about that
Oh my
yesterday.
god,
Yeah.
last night he was just going off. It was kind of funny. Actually.
And it's gonna fucking combine. No,
Dude,
it's just cable, bro.
what it is, it's become cable. It's
Fucking-
literally become cable.
Oh.
Streaming broke cable, and now it's become cable. It's the same thing that it was like
We can
20
never
years
win.
ago. What's
Fuck.
what's gonna come next? Is cable gonna come back?
just-
What's
I
gonna
just
be
want
the
cable.
new thing? Bro, Blockbuster returning?
I just
Oh
want
my
my physical
God.
copies, and I'll just be good. Like I'm just not gonna.
Right?
Damn,
No one can take
I'll just
shit
do.
from you.
I'll just do Redbox.
that's true. I wonder how much money Redbox makes.
Redbox is actually good.
It's still in business. I see it like
Yeah.
at every grocery store.
I
Like,
mean,
it's mostly everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, is there anything else on the movie, or we hit all the beats?
How do you guys feel about the ending? Because
Yeah,
nobody
okay.
dies at the end of this movie, but I feel like everyone kind of reaches a point where they're like, I mean, of course, earlier in the movie, Mantis talks about like Peter had like a grandpa growing up. We see
Mhm.
Gamora going through his backpack. He has a
I-
photo of him.
I like that. I like how because I always question like, why has he not gone home? And it makes sense like for the character to like
Yeah.
go home after everything.
yeah,
Although he was technically there in Endgame.
yeah. I don't know why he was probably just like, fuck. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Well, I guess they were
He's like,
fighting.
every time I come here, some shit happens.
Yeah, I
know,
know.
right?
He's like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, dude.
I mean, he just came out of a portal, so like,
yeah, and then
he wasn't even really alive. He
and
was
then-
just like,
Yeah, then they flew to. He did go to New Asgard,
oh, that's right.
pick up Thor, and then dip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, no, yeah. I'm satisfied. I actually really like. I felt like there was over the past couple years, pretty much since Volume 2 came out and like Infinity War and Endgame, but mostly Volume 2, people have complained about Drax, and a lot of people have said like they don't like how his character has been changed, like they don't like his characterization, and I think that James Gunn took that personally, because I think in this one Drax still like he's the same character, but I do like how he has like a purpose in this, and they talk about how he's like a father and he finally like dances because of the kids.
Yeah.
Because he's a father first, I guess.
At the beginning, yeah, he tells Mantis, "I'm not a dancer. Like it's for idiots or something."
Yeah, but he'll make himself look dumb for kids.
Yeah,
'Cause he's a father.
I did
He
feel
also
that
did
too.
not sound like a monkey at all when he was making those noises.
Yeah,
That's the point, my brother.
I know, but I was like, bro, that's not a monkey.
Jungle.
Bro,
damn. Yeah, I like Drax in this movie as well.
I do too.
So like Nebula and Drax are gonna stay on Nowhere to help
Yeah,
build a
I
family.
really like
and-
Nebula's character arc over
Dude,
everything.
I seem like she shined a lot in this movie
She
than like
did.
before, and he
Dude,
really gets
she's
to see
so
her smile at the
good.
end.
Yeah, I think she's probably like had the most natural character progression, like the most for sure,
Yeah,
from like how she was in Guardians 1 to like now.
Bro,
I
she's
really like it.
grown.
I really like how far she's came. There's like a part where Gamora's about to like punch Quill in the face, and she like stops, and then Gamora's like, "Bro, what the hell?" Like I'm family, and then she says like Nebula says like, "Oh, so is he." Like I like
Yeah.
how in this
oh my
one,
God, yes.
I like how in this one they all agree that they like are family, because in the second, that's what the second one's about. They're all
Yeah.
like learning to like accept each other like
Yeah.
as their chosen family. I like how they didn't backtrack at all with this. Like they like all like work together. They all are family. They like know that, and
Yeah.
they
You
like
can
they
feel
don't
the
they don't
bond.
hide that. Yeah.
I like
this
how when
one.
Rocket like comes to also like Nebula has like sort of
Oh,
a
yeah.
reaction because they spent like 5 years together, like
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
on Earth, so their relationship is a lot tighter than everyone else.
Yeah, and I like how they all are like happy, and then
They're
Mantis
"We
says
love
like,
you, Groot."
"Oh, what you think of Groot at the end saying I love you guys?"
Oh,
Let's talk about that.
I think I speak Groot now.
Oh my God.
I think that's what I thought it was, because I felt like it wasn't him speaking English, because nobody like reacted any different.
Yeah, they weren't like, "Whoa, Groot."
Yeah,
like-
they were just like
They
so
were like, "Cool."
I do like that it's like James Gunn's way of saying like, oh, you spent so much time with these characters that you could understand Groot now.
Yeah, that was
I
like
really like
just
that.
the icing on top of the cake, on
That's
top of the
good.
cherry, on top of the
Right?
on top of the sprinkles.
I'm trying to tell you. Damn. Yeah, I really like, and I think they kind of set it up so you know that, because right before that scene, Groot goes up to Gamora by
Oh,
himself, and she can understand him.
Yeah,
finally.
she's like, "It was good working with you."
And she kind of like pauses for a second. She's like, "Oh shit, I can understand his ass now."
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Someone pointed out on Twitter, I think, that in Volume 2 there was a lot of like shots where baby Groot was like laying on her and stuff like that. So people were saying like, "Oh, this is probably like hard for Groot too to see her, because like she was like the closest thing he had to a mom, like a mom figure." And I was like, "Oh, I guess so."
Mommy.
God.
What if he
Mommy?
just said that?
Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
Hey, what do you
Mommy?
guys think? I love those.
Jesus.
Wait, this is so random. Have you seen those TikToks of the blonde girl? And it's like, "Can I get a hot tea?" And
What?
it's like, oh, the barista up front is like talking to someone, but she's like engaged. And it's like she's
What?
she's just like spilling tea, like little.
Oh, I get it. Oh my god.
But they're like they had to order.
I haven't
I don't
seen
know why
that.
the fuck
No.
I thought of that.
I
God.
haven't seen that.
But anyways,
yeah, all right.
I do like where the movie ended. I feel like I'm kind of glad that everyone kind of got a happy ending, and they're just gonna go do their own thing, and it leaves it
Yeah.
up to, I guess, like Kevin Feige, like what he wants to do.
Yeah, I like it keeps everything up in the air. So like it doesn't close off anything. Anything can happen if they choose to do so. Hello?
Hello?
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I think that's everything. Is there anything
that
else?
is?
Hello?
I love this movie. I think out of all
Let's
of
give
them,
the ratings.
I think out of all of them, bro.
Rank the Guardians movies.
3, 2, 1. Nah, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. I don't really know, dude. I think they all get progressively better.
Okay.
And you kind of
Yeah.
they get better with each one because you have
I remember
time to
I
learn
really
about
the
liked the
characters.
second one. And then
Carla said she didn't like the first one.
why.
I like you know how you were talking about the third one earlier, and you said like the first time you watched it, you felt like it was just like a lot of back and forth, like, oh, we're here, now we're here, now we're there.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about the first one. I was so confused. I'm sorry. Like,
So if you
I don't know
think-
if I'm just dumb, but like I was just like, wait,
Dude,
what? Wait,
dude.
who's that again? Like they kept like saying things and people's names, and I was like, who the fuck is that again? I forgot.
Oh wait, let's talk about
Oh.
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
My girlfriend did
Oh.
not like Cosmo.
What?
That was probably the only thing she
there
didn't
ain't
like
no
about
way
it.
she didn't like a dog, bro.
I told her, I was like, what do you
What?
think about
Who
it? And
didn't
she
like
was
Cosmo?
like, Chelsea.
Why?
She was like, the dog was annoying, and I didn't
What
like it
the
every time it was on
fuck?
screen.
That's like
Maybe
me
that's
saying,
why
like,
she gave it a
God,
9 out of 10.
Lila was annoying, bro. I don't like the otter. Like,
Bro.
dude, what?
I don't know. She didn't see the holiday special, so I don't know. She just thought it was fucking. She was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like she just
That's
didn't know
why.
who it was.
And that's why.
Because she didn't know the.
It's
character.
like if you watch like Thor 3 and you're like 4 and you're like, "Who the fuck is Korg?" Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, yeah.
It just didn't work for
before,
her.
You would always like be like, "Oh yeah, Korg," and I was like, "Who?"
Well,
And then like I saw the
Thor 3?
Thor
What's up, bro?
3, and I was
you
like,
saw
"Oh my
that one
God."
before though.
No, I didn't.
Oh really?
I didn't. I told you I didn't.
Okay, my bad.
you didn't see 4?
She's
Oh wait,
seen it.
did I?
Oh, my
I don't
God.
remember. I'm sorry, my memory is
Did
so
I?
terrible. Oh my God, dude, you know what that is?
Dude,
Oh.
that's the Little Red Riding. What's it called? The
Hoodwinked, bro.
Hoodwinked,
We should
yeah.
review that.
God,
I
that movie's
love
insane.
that
Just for
movie.
fun, bro.
It's so good.
That movie's so
I
stupid.
think I have it.
I
have
was
it.
prepared.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, I
The lumberjack. Schnitzel? Like I think he said some shit like that.
Schnitzel.
Oh my God.
Dude, we just gotta get drunk and watch that, bro.
Oh
Oh
God.
my God.
Um,
Bro.
Okay,
I
back to
would
Guardians.
I would rank them. I think this one's my favorite because it's just like the culmination of all of them.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are bad. Like ranking them is kind of unfair, I think, because the one in last place is a good movie.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is 3. My second favorite is 2. And my least favorite is 1. But like, I watched them in order
On-
that they came out.
on
So
any
like, they progressively got better. I
on
think.
any
I
rainy
agree.
day, bro, I would put any of these on.
Yeah, they're all.
If you want to
good.
feel like in a good like mood to see like a group of people overcome the odds, watch the first one. You want to watch like a good like father son story, watch the second.
True.
If you want to get suicidal, bro, watch
Oh
the
my
third.
God.
Dude, they're all really.
I do think-
they're all really good. Yeah, they
Yeah.
work really well together.
Dude, bro, Jesus Christ! I'm just thinking about when Lila got shot, bro, and he screamed like that. Oh, Jesus Christ! That's such.
Dude, when we saw this the second time with my parents, I
wait.
kept hearing my mom
What-
cry, bro. Like,
Was that
all
the first time they saw it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I just kept hearing my.
like,
No.
Shut the fuck up.
I kept hearing like
No, I'm kidding.
like especially like when Lila got shot, when Rocket was crying, when like the afterlife part when she was like, oh, like I'm here flying with the sky with our
Oh,
friends.
that part.
Like my mom, I just heard my mom like, and I was like, bro.
Damn.
I mean, you literally were like.
I mean, you
you're
get
gonna cry.
attached, dude. Like
I knew
it-
my mom was gonna cry.
Yeah. I feel like my mom was. She actually loves otters. I should take her to go see
Bro,
this.
take her to see him, dude. She's gonna cry.
Or TikTok.
bro. You're like, mom, there's an
My
otter.
mom likes otters.
Oh my god,
Lila dying.
dude.
She in tears, yo.
What the?
The voice
That's
of
the stupid voiceovers that they have. She in tears, yo.
hey, yo. That would probably blow up, Loki. That's so fucked
Oh,
up.
God.
Yeah, this
I-
movie's good.
I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say each movie gets better. I love them all, and I think they're all at least like 8.5 9s, and I think the third one's kind of my favorite. I love the second one
too.
though. I'd say the third one's the best.
Yeah.
The second's my favorite, and the first one is
Bro,
pretty
wh-
solid.
Which one's the? Let's rank the soundtracks though.
I'd
my
probably say
God.
2, 3, 1. Or
Two-
actually, no, 2, 1, 3. I got 2, 1, 3.
I think I agree with you.
I don't even.
But
I
also,
don't
the
remember all
first
the
one
music.
just
I'm
came
so sorry.
out. The third one just came out, so I feel like it's too early.
You
to
got to
tell.
give it some time to let it
Yeah.
cook. Let it cook.
When I after the movie, I went on the playlist and I was like, no way, like these songs all played in progression. And then I saw it again and I was like, oh, they do.
They did, right?
Yeah.
Did
I
all,
thought,
do all of them soundtracks play in progression?
I thought it was funny as hell when when Adam Warlock just fucking like hits Rocket. He's just like chilling,
Oh my god.
and then he comes through the window and he's like, ah.
Dude, imagine you're just
And he-
vibing, bro, and then you just
Yeah.
I was surprised he didn't
I'd
die
be
from that.
Yeah.
pissed. I'd be so pissed.
God, bro.
That,
that
that was
meme
pretty. It
of
wasn't
him-
funny, but
of
I
him
was like,
flying.
damn. Yeah, this movie's good, man. Definitely go see it in theaters. We saw it in IMAX the first
We
time.
did.
And I think yeah, like
Thank you.
definitely going back to the cinematography, a lot of the shots in this are still very good.
They are.
Yeah, we saw it in Max.
I think the dark scenes like aren't too overly dark. I feel like when certain scenes are like shown at night or shot like in the blackness, it's hard to see, but I feel like here was done well.
I agree. Carla, wait, how are you ranking the soundtracks?
I am Groot.
Oh my god.
Dude, she should have said that for the whole review. That shit would
Oh
have
my
been so funny, bro.
God.
Commit to the bit, bro. And
Um,
at the end, she's like, "All right, see you guys."
I mean, if my memory was better, I feel like I can give a better answer. But
What's your favorite?
from what I remember, this is my favorite. The
The
third.
one. It's
one.
pretty good.
I'm sorry. I fucking love Radiohead like so much. So
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I only know "Creep" by them. Like,
What is that other popular song? I just listened to it.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus.
dude, there's bro.
They?
They're kind of an like emo band.
Well, I know they're emo, but
Low-key.
like I've tried listening to their stuff, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't think a lot of their stuff is good.
I like their stuff.
No surprises. I don't want to play it and get.
No surprises, please.
Okay, no, I have heard that song. Okay, never mind.
But I've only heard that because of TikTok, which I'm ashamed.
Oh,
to
you
say.
heard it on TikTok? Never mind, didn't it?
Fake.
Because it's popularized.
Get him
damn
out, bro. Get him out. Oh. Okay,
Get out of here.
Carla, what are you rating the movie?
9.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what'd you say?
Are we going out of 10 or 5?
Out of
I give it
I
a
mean,
5.
it don't
out of
matter
5.
either one.
I think the
Okay.
first time I did a 4.5 because of the pacing, and then
Uh-huh.
I changed it. I saw it again. I gave it a 5.
Okay.
I really like this movie. I hope they do more with the new Guardians and Adam Warlock. We got
Oh,
Groot is like big as shit, so I
Wait.
guess like maybe some time has passed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I also think that
and
maybe.
we also got that girl.
Yeah, I wrote that
What
down.
was her name?
So
Liana or something.
her name is Phyla-Vell. And I was like, okay, Phyla-Vell, she's conceived from the DNA of the Kree warrior Marvel. So the Marvel was in Captain
Okay.
Marvel. And that's why she has like a random purple like eye.
Yeah.
Her eye glows the same
Really?
way. Yeah, that character, that little girl, is like actual like Marvel character. She takes up the mantle of a character called Quasar. Quasar is like
Oh
a
my God,
you know
no.
Quasar?
No, I don't.
Okay.
That sounds familiar, but I don't.
Anyway, she was the first Captain Marvel that predated Carol Danvers. So yeah, that girl is somehow connected. So maybe she'll be the legendary Star Wars comic I talked about is it has him having to like find out a lot of stuff about his lineage and his family. But
Yeah.
that was kind of what they did with the second one.
Yeah.
They took inspiration from that comic a lot. So I was like, well, what are they gonna do? Maybe I was gonna say they're gonna use Phyla-Vell and like she's gonna be in it, and Star Lord's gonna like maybe help her figure out her lineage.
That'd be kind of
Maybe,
cool.
but yeah, cool. Because why would they set her up?
I thought the new Guardians lineup was like kind of fire. I was
It
like
is,
Warlock,
dude. It's
Groot,
kinda- it's
Rocket,
more
Kraglin,
overpowered.
Cosmo,
It's more OP, bro.
Warlock. I think it's better than before.
It honestly is, dude.
Low
Oh my
key, I think
God.
they're the most powerful because I don't know. The rest of them, they were all kind of just mercenaries, but now they actually got the powers.
Yeah, here's a couple things I wanted to like. I wrote down from my notes.
Okay.
They have a new spaceship. It's called the Bowie, obviously referencing
Nice.
David Bowie. The first,
Oh really?
yeah.
No, I was kidding.
the first ship,
I was meant to be like,
the first ship was called the Milano,
Yeah.
referencing Alyssa Milano.
Nice.
Who?
The second
Sorry.
one was
The Benatar, Pat Benatar.
Oh,
She's a God, Nick, get him out.
help me.
She's
I didn't
like
know
a,
either.
oh my, Jesus.
Your own girl.
She did this-
Yo!
So
she,
you can't.
She's done the song. Her most famous song is "I Love Rock and Roll."
Oh.
I
She-
love rock
No,
and
I just
roll.
don't know
Wait,
people's
how does
names.
it go?
I've
Sing it.
said this a million
I
times. I
love
just
Rock and roll.
So put another dime in the jukebox,
baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
a good
her
What
song.
about I Love Rocket?
Dude,
Roll?
hold on.
Dude.
How did y'all feel about I just noticed this the second time watching, but when they're landing on Counter Earth, this song called "We Care a Lot" by
Yeah, We Care a Lot.
I think it's the Rainbows
Oh.
Mhm.
or some band like that.
We care
It
a
plays and
lot.
they're just like "We Care." a lot."
Yeah.
I love that whole sequence.
Oh, yeah.
because they're coming down there to help, and Drax just I don't get how
Dude,
I don't get how in the later
Dude,
act he's
he's
good with kids,
dumb.
but
Oh yeah.
when he first lands, I guess because that thing was a fucking like moth child. It was like a bat.
It was a
baby
bat
girl.
baby,
It
I
was a
think,
bat
yeah.
baby
Oh
girl.
my God.
Oh, dude,
Howard the Duck is in this.
Howard the Duck is in this. Yes.
Yeah, they're playing poker with Cosmo.
I'm glad he's still somewhere.
Actually,
out there.
I will
I guess he's in
argue-
nowhere.
Oh, I know.
I guess he's chilling.
I will argue that
What?
this is that John Pork and Marvin Beak were in this as well.
Well, can I explain this?
It's like
I'm open to hear.
It's a stupid TikTok. Do you even
Wait,
know
you
who it
haven't
is?
seen it?
No, so I won't get it. Never mind.
It's a stupid TikTok, bro, about
Pork?
John Pork and Marvin Beak.
Oh,
And
they were there.
You know how there's like those random like guards for the High Evolution? One's like a pig. It's called it War Pig.
Yeah.
And then the other one looks like
Those
a bird.
things kind of, when I first saw them in the movie, I was like, okay. I was like, we're getting into a little gun. Oh, dude, remember when they're getting the little girls out and there's that little fucked up one that's like,
Oh my
thank
god!
you.
Wait, I heard that. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that character was also voiced by Pete Davidson.
No,
Really?
James Gunn voiced it.
James Gunn
That's
did
what
it?
I heard it said.
Okay, I've heard both of this. One of them is
Yeah.
true.
No way, Pete Davidson. Either way, that's fucking
If
funny.
it's James Gunn, that's funny.
He just, I don't know, just in his movies like the Suicide Squad, when like Polka Dot Man sees his mom, he just always has moments where you just see something strange and you're like, whoa. Like, it takes you out of it.
Yeah, dude, that thing
But-
was so ugly, bro.
Wait, so Porky
Bro,
Beat.
It's
Stop.
dude, no, it's not. We don't even need to talk about this, bro. It's a.
So those two things had names.
No,
Dude, wait.
What?
How do you feel about that whole hallway fight scene, dude? We
the
haven't
hallway
talked
fight
about
scene
that.
is like probably the best fight scene in all of MCU.
I think it's probably one of the best, like, yeah, up there with like
That
Shang-Chi,
was good.
top 5, and it's not too.
in terms of like I mean, it's
The music.
the music. It's like obviously it's not an actual one shot scene because like they're CGI
Yeah.
characters and you could see where the secret cuts are if you know what to look for.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's done extremely well. Every character gets like a chance to do something.
Yeah.
It's dude, it's so good.
There's one scene where like Drax throws a knife at like a guy on the wall.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's, like, his leg is there, and he like his body weight pulls him down, so he just twists the knife in
Oh,
his leg.
man.
And he's like,
I would love to see behind the scenes
Yup.
on how that sequence
Dude,
was
yeah.
filmed because like it's like a one shot scene, but I know that took forever, multiple takes of different angles,
yeah.
and then splicing them into one thing. Oh my god, that's insane! Like that whole sequence probably took like months to like get to that.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
I thought that was good.
Oh man, yeah, it's really good.
I also heard at the very beginning when Nebula's carrying out like that like passed out Star-Lord that it's
yeah.
like
It's a dummy.
they made like a 35-pound dummy that like breathes, and it's like Chris Pratt.
Bro.
Dude,
And
it
it's
looks
so-
so real. I've seen like behind the scenes clips like up close.
Oh yeah, you showed me.
It's like breathing. It's got like beard hair and stuff. It looks so weird.
That's
And
so
did you see-
eerie.
wait,
Imagine seeing
Did you
that
see
of
the
yourself.
the interview?
That's what I was gonna say.
What does he say? He's like, people.
So Carlo hasn't seen this.
This will be even funnier.
There's an interview where James Gunn and Chris Pratt are talking about the movie, and
They're like
talking
best
about-
friends, so I guess
Yeah.
that's why like it happened.
They're talking about the dummy and
Yeah.
like behind the scenes of it, and James Gunn is saying like, "Oh yeah, like that dummy's actually in my office, like still, like I keep it in there." And he's like people. He said people come in and like touch it, and then Chris Pratt was like, "What? They do what to it?" And then they just start.
They just laugh
They
it
just
off.
start laughing a ton, and then James Gunn's like, "What?" And he's just like, "They do what to it?" It's
He's
so
like, when they first saw it, they were freaked out.
and then Chris Pratt's like, "Bro, what are they doing to me?"
It's like, what are they doing?
Oh my
it's so,
god.
It's fucking
I'll have to show you it. It's so funny, but I think we've actually touched
what
everything
else?
now.
Well, do you have any more notes?
I mean, my notes. The main thing was the girl,
What was her name? Liana Sever?
Phi Lavelle.
Philo.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know, dude. Shit. So many people now.
Oh, at the poker game with Cosmo and all them, the broker from the first Guardians, he was the guy that Peter was trying to sell the power
Yeah.
stone to.
Yeah, he's
he
there.
was at the table too.
It's funny. He's just hiding out with them now. He's like, shit.
The guy with the big eyebrows from the first one. I actually recognized that on my first watch. I was like, oh shit, that's the dude.
Yeah.
And then so is in the Guardians Holiday Special, they had what's that band? It's a real band that
Oh my
performed that
God,
Christmas
that
song.
band.
The 97.
The 97s, yeah. The singer is in that scene, reprising his character. Yeah.
That shit is so catchy, bro.
It
I
is.
just be on the
was.
way to work, and I'm like,
But he's playing poker. That character was there too.
that's cool, yeah.
yeah.
His name was like Snarganarnar. Or like I don't know. He has some weird ass fucking long name.
You like the part when Mantis is like they're trying to get into that past the gate, and then she's like, "You're madly in love with him," and then he looks at Drax. He's like, "Hey."
What's
Dude,
your
I
name?
loved that part.
He's like,
He's like Drax the Destroyer. That's a lovely name.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh man, I love that.
I thought that was hilarious. I also noticed more like as they were walking through the whole orgoscope, whatever, like there was TV that was giving exposition about the High Evolutionary, which I appreciated because I was like, okay, it makes me understand him more.
I've been telling you, bro.
I was like, people see him as a god.
True. They mentioned he created the Sovereign, so the whole gold people, he made them.
Yeah.
So all those people in the second one were made by him. Then.
Yeah. I also heard it was, I don't know if it was, it's not, I think it's the Any Men or the Many Men.
Yeah, they talk the many.
I don't know. That's a 50 Cent song.
Yeah, that's why I laughed.
I don't know.
It's the Anti-Men or something.
Anti-Men, okay. And he also made like a third race. Oh, he potentially made the basilisks? The
Basilisk?
Whatever the fuck. There's so many things in creatures in this movie. It's hard to keep track of. But
yeah. I mean, that's that. Yeah, I think we got everything. I think. Is there anything else?
I am Groot.
Brother. I am Groot. I think we got everything.
I love the ending song, dude. It was really nostalgic. And,
So
dude,
it worked.
Rocket's arc was just, it came full circle, bro.
It really fits the ending. I think, like after all of that.
Yeah.
The dog days are over, my brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't care if this is like the last time we see him, bro. If they kind of just go and like maybe show up in a couple specials and that's it.
I think they might. That's what they might do.
Yeah,
I think they might have like a special on Disney Plus or something.
Yeah,
because like for characters like Rocket, if Bradley Cooper is down to just voice it, voice acting doesn't take as long as like going to like a big shoot and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they like give him a special or like a short TV show of like maybe 5 episodes. Yeah. And they do like a little arc or something. Like the characters could still be around like that. But like I know Dave Bautista is done for like the foreseeable future. He doesn't want to do Drax anymore. I think he just wants to do more roles of other things, which is fine. I think the same thing for Zoe Saldana. I think she said something similar. But I mean, people always say that and then they come back when the check gets big. So like I wouldn't be surprised if in like
Secret Wars is happening next year.
They're like, I mean,
pull up.
They're like, it'll take 1 day and I'll give you 50 million.
You're like 50 bill. Like,
oh my god.
I mean, it's true though. So like,
she is very high paid.
I mean, dude, she's been in the top
Avatar,
like 3 of the like biggest, highest grossing movies.
She's
she
just shows up.
She's in Avatar. She's in Endgame and Infinity War. And
Avatar: Way of Water as well. Broke top 10.
So
she has 4 or 5 movies top grossing.
All these movies that are billion-dollar movies, she's been in all of them.
Christ, bro.
Do you think she just got lucky?
I think she's just talented.
Or do you think like that's like she locked in?
I think she locked in.
I agree.
She's a good actor.
There's like those cat people in Avatar.
I think that's pretty much it.
That is everything.
Yeah, I think that is everything. I'm excited to see what Gunn does at DC.
Oh, dude, I'm more excited now than I was before.
Yeah, and I'm glad he got to finish this how he wanted that.
Yeah,
I'm glad he didn't.
Remember when he got canceled?
Yeah,
and he wasn't gonna make this one because Marvel fired him.
I don't know if I would have watched this if someone else came to direct it.
The first idea was Taika, which I like Taika. I don't know what the fuck happened of Thor 4.
I watched a video today and I found, or at least what the person explained, is it lacks subtext. Like a lot of the time the movie is narrating stuff that's happened in past movies.
Yeah.
And it kind of just like, it doesn't leave like any like subtext for you to read in and be like, huh. You know?
Yeah, but like, dude, he's made good ass movies. Like
Jojo Rabbit is Oscar nominated.
That's what I was gonna say. Not just like Thor Ragnarok, but Jojo Rabbit's so good. He made that, and then he made Thor 4.
I guess
Thor 4 is not. It's
not bad.
It's not as bad as people say it is. It's better than Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
But like, it's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think. But like, it's not. It's like, yeah, it's very mid.
It's lacking focus.
It's right in the middle of like rating.
Yeah.
So like, I just don't know what happened because I know he's capable of way better things.
Yeah, maybe that's why it just sucks because you're like, damn. Like, what if Scorsese dropped a shit picture?
Oh man,
like you'd be like, dude, like I don't know.
Fuck this dude doing. But no, yeah, it would have been. I think I heard the rumors that maybe people wanted him to do it, but this was before Thor 4. Yeah, this was after Ragnarok.
I would have liked Favreau, but I don't know. He's doing Mandalorian.
But anyway, I'm glad that we got him back for this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he went hard for it. Because he easily could have just been like, oh, man.
Like a fucking space adventure.
Yeah, I'm contractually obligated to do one more of these before I can go to DC and do all the stuff I want to do. So, like, he could have easily just made it very generic, just finished it up. But he went hard, bro.
Yeah. Dude probably gave the most, like, hard. I believe. I think, yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say one more thing. I totally forgot.
Damn, Nick, bro. Oh my god.
No, it was about Gunn. It was about Gunn.
Word.
When does Superman Legacy come out, bro? Oh,
they start filming next January.
He was saying people were asking, are people from like his Guardians family gonna get cast in DC?
And he said yes.
I hope if they do, it's kind of just like background roles or just like Nathan Fillion ones where like Chris Pratt's like a server. He's like, oh, like Clark Kent. Hi,
Like a funny
I'm a
little
big
cameo.
fan. Like just something where like
something like that.
like where it's just stupid. Like Channing Tatum in Bullet Train or like just something where you're like, what the fuck? Like,
bro, I saw this today. I don't know if this is real or fake.
He's Superman, right? Chris Pratt Superman? You saw?
No, there was a joke. I don't know if it was a joke though. James Gunn and Chris Pratt were doing some more like press, and James Gunn said like to Chris Pratt, he's like, you would be a good Batman or something like that.
Stop.
And then everybody in the comments just like, bro, no, please. They're like, he can't be Mario, Star-Lord, and Batman. They're like, bro, he's getting everything. He's Garfield too. There's an animated Garfield.
In Jurassic World.
Bro, he's in fucking everything, bro.
It's becoming too much. God.
I'm beginning to just see him.
I saw another interview where Gunn and Pratt were, of course, like talking to someone. And like they talked, I guess Gunn was talking about how he like wrote up the whole Infinity Stones, like, I guess lore or story in like an hour and a half.
I saw that too.
He was like, oh, like I
made him some bullshit.
He's like, they told me like, oh yeah, try to throw the Power Stone, and he was like, oh, well, let me just write some bullshit. Yeah. Which they clearly were joking around because there's a comic that this is based off of that he of course was like, okay, this is what all of them are. Like maybe I could just write a little story. But I think it's funny. I just kind of brushed off like,
I do think it's funny.
Like pretty much writing the fucking core.
Some people were like mad about that, and I was like, I mean, what do you? That's what writing is. You make up some bullshit and you write about it
for real.
You write
and
the
people
story.
go with it or they don't.
That's how it is. Anyway, I'm very satisfied with this. If this is the end and the conclusion, I think it's a good one.
Yeah, we got like 1 TV show, 3 movies, 1 special.
Oh yeah, we had that I Am Groot.
They show up around. They should do some now where he's like an adult and he's kind of just like living life.
He's just chilling,
God.
And he's like in an apartment. Like I don't know. It'd be funny. Like he's older.
It's just Vin Diesel's voice, just like, I love you guys. Family.
Dude, if he said family, bro, if he said family, this movie would be fucking off the charts.
That'd be so funny. Actually.
We are family. No, that'd be too meta. I'd be like, I'd be like, okay. Stop.
All right.
Hey, are we seeing Fast X though? That's the question.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I gotta see it.
Dude, let's try to get tickets to an early screening, like for free.
An early
like
screening?
Torrent did.
Oh,
so we don't have to pay like the 30, however much IMAX.
Jesus.
Just see it for free and be like, alright.
Dude, there's so many people in this movie. John Cena.
Jason Momoa is in it.
So is Brie Larson.
Yeah. I don't get how they're gonna fit all these people.
Dude, and they brought back like Han from the dead.
Yeah.
And then
in the second one he was just alive, and then they were just like, all right, let's roll.
Yeah.
Like there was no like, dude,
and then
we thought you were dead for 6 movies.
The explanation was so bad too. I mean, okay, we're getting into tangent. Yeah. Anyway, Guardians. Guardians 3 is really good.
Go check it out. It's a hard PG-13, but I think I think the violence and stuff definitely just adds to the stakes, and it just helps with Rocket's character arc. True. And I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Follow Cosmic Kickback everywhere. True. On Twitter, on Instagram. I agree. On Reddit. What else?
Twitter.
On Goodreads. On Letterboxd.
On Letterboxd. We'll have the Letterboxd down below. Thank you to Carla for guest starring on this episode.
Oh yeah, how'd it feel?
How'd it feel?
I'm Groot. Do
you want to plug? Do you want to plug anything? Do you got like anything you're doing? Not even in the shameful way. Like just shout out. What's going on?
Hello.
I'm working on things.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm working on a website.
True.
And hopefully I will actually start my podcast.
Oh yeah, Carla's got a podcast in the works.
What is it going to be called?
It's been in the works.
Do you
want to tease?
Do you have a name?
I thought we already picked a name, but I don't know if it's actually the official name yet. So
okay. So I mean, whenever it drops, we'll put it in the description.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's it for this episode.
Carla
then.
Nation.
Yeah, Carla Nation. Hashtag Carla in the comments.
Thanks for having me on. Meow.
Yeah, write some recommendations. How about y'all just drop recommendations? If you got to the end, drop a like.
Let us know what you thought of the movie.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What would you rate it out of 5?
For sure. And yeah, I think that's it for this one. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Goodbye.